These are the top 10 longest bullet bill extensions found in Mario Kart World so far. Let's get right into it here with number 10 on Choco Mountain, where if you cut the corner and drive into the off-road a bit, you get a nice extension that uses the shortcut, but it does cross the finish line, so you can only use it on the first or second lap. Normally the bullet lasts 8 seconds, but if you use it here it lasts over 13 seconds. And at number 9 on Dry Bones Burnout, use it just as you land on this left rail, and the bullet will take the rest of the rail. Unfortunately, this one skips the ending shortcut, where you could cut across the lava here, saving a bunch of time, but it does last an extra 5.5 seconds, and it drops you off here just before the finish line. At number 8, we have our first extension on Mario Bros. Circuit. You want to use it just before you land here, and it'll take you very far. This one does pass the finish line, so keep that in mind. Normally bullet bills, like I said, they last 8 seconds, but the game won't drop you in unsafe zones like this big long left turn, so it extends it and drops you off after, and in this case it gives you 13.5 seconds in the bullet. For number 7 on Dandelion Depths, you want to drift left and release your mini turbo to take you into this shortcut a bit, and then you use the bullet and it'll take the rest of the cut. Keep in mind the bullet can drop you off early if you pass a certain number of players. It passes half as many players as where you started, so if you start in 20th it'll take you to 10th, if you start in 6th it'll take you to 3rd, and so on, so this can keep you from getting the full extension sometimes. Number 6 is on Rainbow Road, and honestly it's not very useful because it's so early on lap 1, it's right after the first item set. So you'd have to beg pretty hard to even get the bullet, and then it would probably just bring you back to the pack with like 4 minutes left of driving on this course because Rainbow Road is so long, so it wouldn't really accomplish much, but it is the 6th longest in the game at 13.7 seconds, so it still made the list. At number 5, we're back on Dry Bones Burnout. For this one, you want to activate the bullet bill just before you land after going off that last ramp. It passes the finish line and it skips the beginning charge jump shortcut, but then it takes you around this entire wide right turn, and it's our first 14-second bullet bill, so you know everything in the top 5 is going to last 14 seconds. Number 4 is on Acorn Heights, and the nice thing about this one is you can still take the shortcut first, and then when you come out of it, you can use the bill before the last big route. It'll skip the vine shortcut and it passes the finish line, but it just keeps going around this whole long curved section, and it drops you off just before you get to the rails before the glider section, so it's a nice one if you use it on the first or second lap. Now for the top 3, starting with Peach Stadium. Use it at the second pink stripe on the track, and this is one of the best ones because it takes you through the chaotic windy section, including the last item set where people will often shock on the 3rd lap, so you could potentially dodge the shock. Then it keeps you safe throughout the whole long final turn, and it drops you off here just before the finish line. At number 2, we're on Airship Fortress, where you want to use the build just after the coins. This is also one of the most useful extensions in the game. It's actually a lot like the last one because it goes through the last item set for a potential shock dodge, keeps you safe during a crazy ending area, and then it drops you off near the end of the lap. You can even still take the ending shortcut afterward. And for the number 1 longest bullet bill extension in Mario Kart World, we are back on Mario Bros. Circuit. You want to use the bullet at the start of the yellow rail on the right, and the bullet will ride the rest of the rail, and then it takes you through this entire huge right turn. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more videos just like this one.